Here we are at our special live edition of Reasonably Speaking with Mike and Sean here at the Atlantic Builders Convention. I got to get that name right.
ABC.
Here with all of you. So yeah, we are here finally. I think we teased this for a little bit, and
well, we certainly tried promoting it.
we certainly did. I'll tell you what, folks, before we get started on this special edition of Reasonably Speaking with Mike and Sean here at the ABC Builders Convention. Hey, Mike, it's good to see you, man.
It's good to see you, and it's good to be seen.
Absolutely, absolutely. I'll tell you what, find us at the Renovation Guy on Facebook, on Twitter at 203K, on YouTube at The Renovation Guy, and on Instagram at FHA203K. The podcast is on iTunes. It's all things Sean Thompson. And we're here with you live. I'll tell you what, before we even get started, Mike, why don't you throw him your contact info as well?
Oh, you can get me on Twitter at Mike Bordinsky. I'm easy to find. You know what? Everybody knows my name. It's like I'm like the guy at Cheers.
You are.
Yeah.
You are. I'll tell you what, if you don't know how to spell it, it's Michael. Spell your last name. BORODINSKY. And thanks for tuning in with us. I tell you, we got a vibrant convention. We got a big floor going on here. There's a lot of folks here today. And before we kicked it off, I wanted to recognize for everyone here that I'm sitting next to, if not, one of the largest new construction mortgage lenders in the country. So I know I didn't really talk to you about that the last time on the show, but...
thank you for the acknowledgement and the recognition. I appreciate it. It's a pleasure to be here and to be with you.
And if there's an award in this category, you've already won it. And you can't do that without being a fantastic partner. And all things new construction and builder, you know, and what these builders and builder-related organizations need to be successful, you've provided that for many, many, many years. And I'll tell you, folks, an impressive over $4 billion in career mortgage originations. And that's Michael Bordinsky sitting here next to me.
Thank you, Sean.
Yeah. I think I wanted to really get to that and let people know who you are, because this is your world.
Well, this
is kind of what you do.
I'm Michael Bordinsky, and this is my world. That may be only relevant to certain people, but look, it's all a relationship-based world that we live in, and if we want to point to any measure of success that I've had is just have solid relationships with great builder partners, and this goes back over the course of my 35-year career. I've been proud to say that I've been partners with many of them for the duration of my entire career, and that's been spectacular. It's been a great ride. These are great partners that I have, and one of the things that I go to work every day, doing is enjoying what I do and being committed to the customer that I serve. And that's not just the partner; that's the individual home buyer who needs our services. Having a heart and having care about how they're treated and getting them the best program, getting the best terms, and making them feel like they're not only a customer but a friend. Makes a difference. And
one of the really fun things for me being here is watching people come up to the booth, and as we walk the floor, interact with you. You're a celebrity around here. And there's a big reason for it, and that's not just tongue in cheek. That's you for many years, providing a serious amount of value, to the folks here at this convention. So
well, one of the things that I've enjoyed doing here is being active and committing, my spare time to supporting the industry, and I do that by being active with the New Jersey Builders Association and the locals. I've committed my time on committees. I've chaired committees, and right now I'm an executive officer. And I couldn't think of a better way to give back my time than to support my industry. And quite frankly, the industry supports me back through business. So I don't think there's a better way of being part of that organization and being part of a better organization than the New Jersey Builders Association.
Well, great. I'm happy to be sitting next to you. First things we want to cover, folks, is a really good update in new construction and new housing. Mike, and I'll turn it over to you to do that. Just give us a real feel for what's going on in new construction and new housing.
Well, it's tough right now. There's a lot of good, a lot of bad. The first thing that I would say is that there was a lot of uncertainty, a lot of fear of what the impact would be of the tax reform that was enacted at the end of last year. And almost people were actually feeling that home buying would stop. It would have an adverse reaction, especially in New Jersey and other high-cost states. Haven't seen it. The reality is that most people are benefiting from the result, from the enactment of the tax reform. Specifically, the folks earning $350,000 a year or less are actually coming out pretty far ahead by what was done. That's number one. And number two, the folks that are, higher impact earners, most of them came out even. So it hasn't been that bad. Once people have seen that and they've recognized that that's not so much a problem, we've seen some great activity. There is still consumer sentiment demand out there. People want to go out and buy. People feel a little emboldened by the fact that over the past year and a half, the market has done very, very well. There's a wealth effect to what's going on there. We've seen interest rates go up, but we haven't seen them skyrocket. It's been a steady climb, but not so much. When you look at things historically, rates are still very, very low. They're still in the mid-4s. And when you look at things where we were, you'd have to go back to the mid to late 70s before we had our first bout of hyperinflation. That's where rates were, in the mid-70s of where we are now.
Everyone has seen that sort of social media post that's gone viral over the last couple of weeks, and that's that one poster that someone had in the early 80s showing rock bottom rates at 13.5%.
Exactly. So it's all a matter of perspective. People see that, and people want to do better. They want to buy. They want to move up. And now we're starting to see a different dynamic, which we've been hoping for a long time, and that's millennials are starting to get to the point now where they are now eager to buy.
Yeah.
And statistics continue to point out that millennials are looking to buy, but it's got to be within what they can afford. Yeah. That's the biggest challenge that we're seeing in this marketplace. Two things. One, inventory. Inventory levels continue to be low, depleted. There are more buyers for sure out there than sellers. And number two, millennials are still seeking to buy, but they can't find what they can afford, certainly in the New York metropolitan area.
Well, we have a pretty good Selling Homes HGTV style event this morning. Where we had a couple of contractors come in, and we talked to the contractors who did attend this convention and attend our seminar this morning about helping buyers and participating in helping buyers with not only purchasing resale inventory, but being a participant in helping them renovate that resale inventory. A lot of contractors did find a good solace away from building new homes and into doing great remodels over the last couple of years. Where they struggle is finding the financing for it, right? So today we kind of taught them, based on after improved value, where you can get a good lift in finding financing for customers through some of our renovation products. And I got to tell you, that went really, really well. We provided some really good information for a bunch of contractors in the room around this, around creating value by helping customers buy, get the money and renovate HGTV style. I think we have HGTV to thank for that.
I think so too, and I think, there's a buzz about being able to buy a home and renovate it, okay? It's been building for a long time, but when you look at the housing stock, we've talked about this so many times, when you look at the age of the housing stock in this state, was it average 60 years?
Yeah.
I mean, homes are old. That doesn't mean so much a problem, but to many people today, those homes are outdated.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Absolutely.
So that could be fixed.
she's going to make her way back to the workshop area.
I hear somebody.
Martha
That's the woman above.
Champion woodchopper,
It could be Mother Nature.
performing her fourth and final time
so,
for today, and today only.
I personally, I think
Make your way over to
that
the workshop area.
if people can
Sponsored
see,
by Builders First
if you're a
Sourcing
buyer out
Pro.
there and you see a home and has not been updated, it's not properly staged, you can't see through the clutter.
Absolutely.
That's the thing.
Absolutely.
You can't see through the clutter. If you can't see through the clutter, you can't sell the house because nobody's going to want to buy it.
And that's one of the things that we're doing is helping real estate agents, contractors, and customers see through the clutter, right? We're helping them actually position the house so that they not only understand what it costs to buy it, but they understand how much it costs in mortgage terms to renovate it.
Well,
And we're
keep in mind, just as the reiteration so everybody in the audience is clear, not only are we talking about setting the home up to be renovated by working through, whether it's an architect and a contractor, all good people, but the most important thing is to let people know that not only can they buy this home fully improved, they can finance it as well.
So think about it. Like there's a booth not too far from here with some really cool kitchen appliances, right? So you could spend easily $30,000 on kitchen appliances, right? And $30,000 for a $300,000 home, there's your down payment and closing costs right there. So if you're depleting all of your money on down payment and closing costs, where are you getting the extra $30,000 to do the repairs? Just for appliances, right? So you can combine that with the purchase price, all right? Put down your minimum down payment on the two, and then everybody wins.
Everybody.
All right, and that's...
and what do people get at the end of the day? They get a home that was designed to meet their specific needs.
They get a home that was designed to meet their specific needs. So yeah, hey, listen, we can't beat the renovation financing horse enough, in this market with inventory being what it is, which is low, right? And our contractors looking for a way into that purchase market. Because to be honest with you, contractors mostly work with people who already own the home. All right, when I talk to contractors, they don't think of the angle of participating with realtors in the purchase of the home. That's an untapped demographic for most contractors.
Absolutely.
So that's a big thing. And I'll tell you what, walking around this floor, there's a lot of these vendors who are not only geared to new construction market, but these are great things that you can put in your renovation project as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's good too. You know what? Here's what we're going to do. If you like us on Facebook, go to iTunes. The iTunes is All Things Sean Thompson. Go ahead and like us. Comment. Rate us.
I like it.
Because that drives the podcast up in the ratings so that we can get noticed a little bit. For Reasonably Speaking, I'm Sean.
I'm Mike.
And hey, we'll check you guys out next time.